G, B, D, F as you proceed upward on the staff, and then coming back down D, B, G, E. This is really very simple when it relates back to the keyboard or the piano, because you're just skipping a note each time you go from one line to the next. E, skip a note. G, skip a note. B, skip a note. D, skip a note. And F. And what you're skipping there are the spaces in between the lines. The spaces in between the lines, an easy way to remember those is the word face. F, A, C, E. So again we have in the treble clef, meaning notes from middle C and higher, we'll have the every good boy deserves fudge, and the spaces in between those lines, F, A, C, and E. So you should memorize those as soon as possible. On page 21 you have the bass clef note names. I'm going to keep the camera pointed toward the piano and please refer to your book while you're doing this. The bass clef note names, remember, are simply, here's middle C, all the notes that are below middle C, played with the left hand. So that's what the distinguishing feature is between the treble and the bass clef. Bass clef notes are below middle C, and treble clef notes are above middle C. Treble clef being played with right hand, and bass clef being played with left hand. The left hand line notes, if you start with the lowest line on the bass clef staff, as seen on page 21, are great big dogs fight animals, and you'll notice we're skipping a note each time here. The first letter of each word again would be great big G, B, D, F, A. And then those spaces, those notes that we left out were the spaces, all cars eat gas. Some people say all cars eat gas because, and that last B, as you'll see on page 22 where the bass clef space notes are, is the note sitting on top of the A line, of the very top line of the bass clef. So, as quickly as possible, memorize the bass clef, great big dogs fight animals, for the lines, and the bass clef spaces, all cars eat gas because. Even if you don't quite understand how we'll use this, it's going to be very important.